Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play the Langrisser with me, Artega Omega, and let's see if we can just get away with our rather horrific mistake. This is a great point Imelda's making, except for the fact that almost all of the fighting is going to happen on boats, which is not water, and the largest bulk of her army is not seabound. I find this very odd. Right, this is all up to you then, Keith. You're taking on 27 attack for 22 defense. Respectable, just one more volley to take. Come on, Keith, hold it together. It'll be an all-out retreat after this, of course. But nicely done. Unless we can kill the other ballistas, then he may be able to stay there if he keeps healing himself. But that's a bit of good fortune. I did not expect us to survive that, I'll be completely honest. I expected him to die horrifically, but he didn't. He's alive! Well done, Keith. Clearly getting braver. Angel's just showing off that yes, you may have the type advantage, but we have ridiculous stats. Now, last video I believe I said something along the lines of Serpent Lord and Serpent Master are the wrong way around stat-wise. I changed my mind. I think Serpent Lord's correct for its stats, because if you look at the stats of Keith, they're about the same. And he's a 4th level class as well. So I think Serpent Lord's stats are roughly correct for a 4th level class. I just think that Serpent Master's stats are wrong, basically. That's my new opinion. Here's hoping this Magician Lady can't actually manoeuvre a Ballista in range to attack Key, because then that'd be pushing our luck. But I don't think she can, because Ballistas have cripplingly slow move speed. Obviously works in our favour. And next turn, Hain's going to be tossing in his spells, and Keith's Angels are just going to go crazy, and every Ballista is going to burn and crumble and get destroyed by Angels. So that'll be wonderful. Then we can just push forwards. I want to try and take out, or at least injure, the mages quickly, because I don't want them casting spells, because I now fear that every unit has Meteor up its sleeve. I doubt the Water Dragon Navy is that proficient with its spellcasters, but it might be, so I don't want to take risks that I don't have to take. Now we accept that we are going to lose some horses, because that's just always going to happen because their defense is so low, but they're not actually that bad. Mainly because the enemies we're facing have very poor bonuses. +5 and +3 is dreadful bonuses for a mage, and it makes me wonder what class they are. Not going to show me, so I have to wait till my turn to find out. But they are dreadfully low. If we take a look at Hain's bonuses, he gets something like +14 or some ridiculous number. But hey, this is a delightful surprise. It means that our Dragoons are going to hold up very well. Still a little worried about Scott, of course, but Scott's defense must be roughly 23 like the Dragoons are, which means he'd be down to 4 HP by now, but still, he'd be alive. Looks like Keith is. Attacking Dragoons with Bandits is not a good plan. However, they will generally 1-for-1 each other, because Dragoon's defense is too low and Bandit's attack is really, really high. Type advantage does go to the Dragoons, of course. Bandits, however, are incredibly easy prey for Nixies, because Nixies get a first attack advantage being pseudo-ranged, and they're stood in the sea. It's terrible, terrible tactic. So those Nixies can make very easy work of them. But I think the Nixies have their own fight to worry about. As we find out, no, the Saint doesn't have any healing magic at all. Wonderful. Presumably, if he did, he would have cast it. That's my my reasoning for coming to that judgment. Now, poor Keith is getting a little overrun by mass units at the moment. He does need to heal. There are still ballistas in the way that are going to shoot at him. I don't think I'll be able to hit the back ballista, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll do what we can, we'll do what we can. I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to keep Keith exactly where he is. And just hope that he will survive another barrage from the ballistas, or hope maybe a spell will hit the ballistas and bring them down. Not sure, but we'll see how we go. May I point out that this is probably the longest computer turn we have ever seen. Going by my clock, we're 5.5 minutes in now, and it's still moving their units forwards, and barely any of them attacking. That's the real point, most of them are just moving, and it takes this long to get through their turn. Now imagine if they're all a bit more confident and giving it a go. Oh, that'd be a long turn, as long as one of my turns. Anyway, let's get to work. You need to heal, because we've decided to be brave. You need to cast a spell. Well, where are you, Hayne? There you are. You need to cast a spell in the enemy's direction. Can you hit anything down there? One tile short of that thing, but nowhere near Imelda's, because I completely lost all sense of scale of the ship. But that's alright, this fireball will be okay. Until you learn Meteor, then that'll be okay. Do wonder if I could turn the bridge into a crater, which would make no sense geographically, but would be good fun. Let's see if you can hit anything from where you're currently sat. No, you can't. So, Scott, you're going to have to push forwards with all your might. Hayne is going to have to throw in random attacks with all of his might. Okay. Your plan is to suicide. I like it. Usually you would expect generals to have a bit more confidence in saying, like, I can take you. Not just immediately say, oh no, I'm going to die, but that's for a general, so it's alright. Which is a terrible mindset to have. No, we're just going to go for it with Scott, and if Scott dies, then, well, boo-hoo. No one ever liked you, Scott. I'm not going to attack with Scott, because I'm a little concerned. If he takes a lot of damage from the bandits, then he really is going to die to the ballistas. So we'll just let the Dragoons do their work. Gotta take some casualties, but that's fine. Once they've killed the bandits, there's not much left for them to kill other than mages and ballistas, and they don't need much HP for that. A couple of grenadiers, but they're no match for Dragoons, obviously. Okay, know where your duties lie. Yeah, may as well go for a ballista whilst you can. Unfortunately, we are already upon your ship. Nonetheless, I am hoping this level will be a rather quick one. The enemies are very close, which means obviously we're fighting from turn 1. That's a good thing. In other news, though, on this level, you'll find that the enemy's units are not that numerous. Now, it takes ages to get through their turn for some bizarre reason, but there's not that many of them. And that bizarre reason, if you're curious, is the fact that they've got a load of ranged units that all feel like having a good go. I would never understand that cry, Aaron. Now, Aaron's not going to do much here because these guys are in the water, which gives an incredibly large defence. But we'll just stop, let him have a go. He wants to try his hardest, bless him. Now then, what else can we do? We can start attacking with you, Lester. You may as well attack something yourself. You're not a fragile man by any means. See if we can take out the Sea Commander this turn. That'd be nice. Unlucky to take a point of damage there. We do have pretty respectable defence. But we can live with that. Still naked, I see, even with the class change. Don't blame you, Lester. Stick with what you know. This is the reason why I believe Nixies have such an advantage over Leviathan, and the fact that we've got 6 kills before they even manage to reach us and explode into green globules that float upon the sea and don't sink within the sea. But because of that, I think Nixies are far, far superior to Leviathans, even though they're both second level sea units and supposed to be equal. I do think Nixies have the upper hand purely because of their pose with the trident whilst flicking swords plan of attack. I'd so love it if they attack with their tridents, but they just don't. Nonetheless, I'm going to see if this horse can reach anything of interest. Not really. I'm going to see if this horse can reach anything of interest. Not really. Oh no, another ballista, go for it. So hopefully this is a chance to even out some more of those levels. People like Scott still behind, obviously. Very close to a class change for Scott, didn't realise, but now that I know, I shall focus on getting him that class change. Not sure if Shuri and her archers are going to be able to attack anything. Would have been nicer if they were at the bottom to help Keith, I think. Dragoon's not quite good enough to take out Leviathans, which are sea-bound. That's not that surprising, because they are very tough units. May as well give that Bandit a go. Seems I have about 5 commanders at the top and 2 at the bottom, so maybe that's why the bottom's getting a bit overrun. Didn't split my forces quite as well as I should have. May as well try to kill this. Oh no, I'll leave that for Shuri. What else can we go for? We'll go for this fellow down here. He's completely out of the way, so we'll give him a shot because no one else is going to be able to reach him. Now we do see Hane does have exactly plus 14 attack, so well played to my memory. That is nicely done. So only a couple of these fellows left, and if we could kill them, we could kill this chap. Unfortunately, I don't see an easy way of killing them all, because we have other stuff to focus on. We'll try to archer this one down though. Shuri's attack bonuses are pretty decent, so her archers are relatively impressive. As kindly demonstrated there. That leaves just the Sea Commander. Maybe we can do this. Let's have a look. The Nixies attack the Bandits. Bandits, of course, can walk on water. Well-known fact. As can all the units in this game, but it just looks funny to see a foot unit just plodding in formation across the sea. Not sure how the game determines this, because usually if one of us is on the sea and one of us is in the boat, I don't know how it decides whether or not we should show the fight happening on the sea or in the boat. Usually it does a little bit of half and half, like a mountain that goes into a forest. That's what it used to do in Warsong. In this game it just picks one at random, it seems, which is less fun. Unfortunately, I thought you could reach that commander, but in fact you can't, because you're slow. Which means that commander's going to have to survive for another turn. Do you have any spells yet, Shuri? No. Ah, you'll learn one of these days. Now, best of luck, Nixie. This is a hard kill for a Nixie, because 25 defense plus 50% is a lot. But that's pretty good. Looks like the other side of Nixies will get the job done and finished. And that is going to be a level up for Lester, so well played to him. It's good to see commanders starting to fall on the second round, second turn, whatever. Unfortunately, their sea commanders are fully clothed. As he likes to show off there, jumping into the middle of the screen, saying, "Everybody look at me." Farewell, good sirs. You drop into the sea and begin to rust horribly. And that's the end of him. So our fight brews evermore on the south. And I don't think I can do anything with Shuri. I'll have a look briefly in a moment. But we'll see what we can do over here. Priorities, of course, is to take down this Ballista. And then we have to just hope that Keith can survive one Ballista shot with 7 hit points, which he should be able to, because he survived 2 with 10. So we should be absolutely fine then. Other than that, I suppose it's just free pickings for Keith. He can attack whatever the hell he likes. May as well just start with whatever's nearest. Off you go, Keith. Make us proud. Got to make sure I keep Keith surrounded, because I don't want him to get hit by Ballista and then barraged by Griffins, because that won't end well for him. Which means those 3 need to stay where they are. Everyone else can go nuts. But I glance briefly at the clock and I notice it's coming towards the end of another video, so I'm going to cut it off once these angels have parked themselves neatly in formation. And we shall continue this turn next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.